We're gonna have this scene where the good guys drive up a suspension bridge that's actively collapsing. Oh, the cars go vroom vroom, don't they? They do. I thought as much. So, you have a new Fast and Furious movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. And you know what this one's gonna be called? Oh, I'm sure I don't. Come on, give it a guess. Fast 9? What? No. Furious 9? That sounds insane. Fast and Furious 9? Why would we call it? Oh, I have no idea. There's no pattern here at all. F9. Okay, I don't know how I was supposed to guess that. Does the F stand for fast or for furious? I don't know. These are all over the place, man. Well, I also thought we could tack on the fast saga at the end, kind of clear things up, you know? I've never heard it referenced as that. F9, the fast saga. Now that's a good title. All right, man, all right. So you want to know what happens in this one? I guess I should probably know what happens, yeah. So Dom and Letty are living on a farm, right? They're like totally off grid. Okay. And it turns out Mr. Nobody captured that bad lady Cypher, but his plane went down, so he sent out a distress signal specifically to Dom. Oh, he thought of the car squad to help him out, okay. For some reason, yeah, he thought of the car people. So Dom and his people head to the jungle to find this plane. Right. And so they find half of this device called Ares that when it's fully activated, it lets you control all the weapon systems in the world or something. Yeah, that's a spy movie MacGuffin if I've ever heard of one. So then there's gonna be this big firefight and car chase in the jungle, which has fantastic roads. Oh, a very well-maintained jungle. And we're gonna have this scene where the good guys drive up a suspension bridge that's actively collapsing. Oh, the cars go vroom vroom, don't they? They do. I thought as much. But now Dom and Letty are on the wrong side of this canyon thing, and they need to get across. Wow, sounds like it's gonna be tough for them to do that. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Dom's gonna use the leftover rope from the bridge to swing him and Letty across. Oh, you know, that actually doesn't sound that crazy. With their car. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're gonna Tarzan swing a car from one cliff to another and be perfectly fine afterwards. So how could Dom have possibly known that that would have worked, or that there was enough rope to pull something like that, or that the rope was strong enough? Well, he used to do illegal street racing. Right. Oh, and also the protagonists are gonna have 45,000 bullets fired at them throughout the movie, and not a single one is gonna touch them. Oh, this is all extremely far-fetched. Yeah, but see, Roman's gonna make a couple of self-aware jokes about how maybe they're invincible, so everything I wrote here is okay now. But if they're not ever in any actual danger, it feels like the action sequences won't have any stakes whatsoever. Yeah, well, that's fine, because I'm vegan anyway. What? And so they're also gonna run into this bad guy, Jacob Toretto. That's Dom's last name. It is. Jacob is Dom's long-lost brother, which is where we're at storytelling-wise in these things. The guy that's all about family has a brother he never mentioned. That's what we're going with. And it turns out that Jacob was kind of responsible for their father's death, so Dom made him leave and never return after a car race. Oh, how are we gonna show that? Through just constant flashbacks with the implication that Jacob grew about 1.5 feet in his early 20s. That does happen sometimes. Anyway, so naturally, being shunned by Dom led Jacob to become like an international spy terrorist guy. Okay, that doesn't really seem like a logical jump. Yeah, it's an illogical jump, which is literally our whole thing. That's a good point. And so he's working for this German guy, Otto, who's keeping Cypher in a glass cage. And what's Otto's deal? Oh, well, he keeps talking about his super rich father. This guy's wealthy as heck, super well connected. Oh, so the father's gonna be like a big reveal later in the movie? No, we're gonna keep teasing it and never pay it off. Oh, sure, yeah, whatever. And at a certain point, Otto's gonna have Dom arrested by Interpol. Oh, no. But it turns out it was Cardi B, so it's okay. What? It wasn't Interpol, it was Cardi B and some of her friends. What is going on? And she's gonna be like, good to see you, Dom. Wait, was she like in the other movies or something? Not just someone from Dom's past, I guess. We're never gonna see her again or really explain this at all. That's pretty random, man. That doesn't feel like it has anything to do with anything. Yeah, but see, Cardi B is popular. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, okay, let's put her in there. Oh, and also we're gonna find out that Han is still alive. Oh, people loved Han. We're gonna have to put him in the posters and the trailers and stuff. Well, I feel like that might spoil the moment a bit. Well, I think people will still be interested in coming to see how he survived, right? I mean, how are we gonna say that he did that anyway? Oh, well, we're gonna say that Mr. Nobody made it seem like he died. Okay, how though? Well, he made it look very convincing, extremely convincing even. Right, but what exactly did he do? Listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about the specifics, okay? Han is back, and that was always the intention. Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. Thank you. So anyway, it turns out that Han was taking care of this L girl whose parents made that Ares device.
Okay.
And before they died, they made it so that their DNA's the only thing that can unlock the device, so she's the only living key to this thing.
Got it.
So eventually the bad guys get a hold of her and the 2 pieces of the device, so the good guys have to save the day.
How are they gonna do that?
By driving cars very fast, sir, and also they need to take down a satellite.
What, like with hacking?
No, this satellite can only be taken down physically.
So they have to go to space.
Oh, it's happening, isn't it? The meme is happening. Yeah, I read the internet. I know what people want. So how are they gonna get there? Well, the characters from Tokyo Drift are back, and they're rocket scientists now. They're rocket scientists? Yeah, because they have a background in illegal street racing. Well, doing illegal street racing really opens up a whole world of possibilities for people, doesn't it?
It really does, sir.
So they strap a rocket to a car and they head to space. Wow, 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 wow. And Tej is gonna be like, it's all physics, you know? The numbers don't lie.
Oh, the audacity of including a line like that.
And meanwhile on Earth, the good guys have super powerful magnets in their cars, so that's gonna make for some fun chases.
What do you mean?
Well, see, these things are so powerful, they can pull other cars with them. And they have these magnets inside their cars? That's right. Why don't the magnets affect their cars?
I don't know.
Oh, selective and borderline magical magnets are tight. So then Jacob's gonna get betrayed by Otto, who, as it turns out, decided to team up with Cypher.
Selective
Why?
and
Well, because the
borderline
movie's
magic.
almost over.
Oh.
So Jacob's gonna end up teaming up with the good guys to take down the bad guys.
Well, all right.
So, you know, naturally, by the end of the movie, he's earned their respect and they let him leave. The only reason he teamed up with them is because the other bad guys decided to betray him at the last second, though. That's right. And if that hadn't happened, he totally would have gone through with his evil plan. Oh, 100%, but he got backstabbed in a way that he couldn't have possibly predicted. So now he's a good guy. That's all it takes.
Oh, okay.
And so
all it
then
takes.
everybody drinks some Coronas or whatever happens at the end of these things.
Well, great. So what do you think?
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. I'm just kind of stuck on the whole Dominic Toretto has a brother thing.
Okay.
It's just, how is it possible that we've never seen this guy before? You know, how's that possible? Maybe we get creative with casting.
What?
Maybe. Where do I even start with this movie? That's that's the part that I'm a little puzzled with, because it was all over the place. There were so many questions I had after the movie, and so many things that if I were to have seen this movie as like an early screening and was, I don't know if you've done that before. You get an early screening, you go in, you watch the movie, you stay behind because they give you a little survey and they ask you some questions. I wonder what that would have been like. All right, so thanks for coming in, guys. As I told you earlier, before we watched the showing, we got some questions for you to make sure that we can make this the best movie possible. There's a lot of you, so I'm going to ask a few questions. If you could just raise your hand when I ask the question, I'll choose you to give the answer, and then we'll go from there. How's that sound? All right, good. So, as far as Fast 9, sorry, I keep messing up. As far as Fast and Furious 9, wait. Okay, as far as F9, the Fast Saga, what do you guys think of the title? What does the F stand for?
When did this become a saga? Has this always been a saga? Is it really deserving of the word saga?
Okay, all right. Off to a good start so far. What were your thoughts on the plot? Would you rank it as excellent, as a 5, or a 1 as far as very poor? Let's talk about that a little bit. Plot was crazy. Y'all were in space, and it was just ridiculous. As my shirt says, I was doing something before I got here. And I kind of want to go back to that. So can we... This was nuts. Well, they've been on many missions already, as we've seen in the other movies, right? And things have gotten crazier and crazier since Fast 5, and so we had to up the ante and figure out a way to make it even crazier to, appease you guys. They're in space. They're in space. It just made sense, right? Just made sense. Also, why was Jordana Brewster there? I don't remember her name as far as the character. Why was she there? Why? What was the reason? What has she done in other movies to even suggest that she'd be good for this job? Well, okay, so, I mean, as far as we had to... All right, so we had to give her some work, okay? We had to give her some work. It just made sense to have her there. Brian would never let her do that. He'd go before he let her go. Okay, it doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense. I didn't like it. That's a conversation for another day. Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. Who knows? He's there watching the kids, so he couldn't join. How about we get to the next question, okay? All right, guys? What'd you think of the action? The action was amazing in this film. What were your thoughts on the action in F9, The Fast Saga? Why did you Why did you guys portray the Fast Team as Team America War Police? Was there a reason? Did you want to do Team America in live action? Is that really what you were trying to do here? It's not something we really thought of. I don't know if I like that comparison per se, but they were trying to save the world. You gotta do what you gotta do to save the world, right? What was the point of destroying the livelihood of all those working class people in that city when they destroyed all those cars to try to stop that truck? What was the point of all that? Well, I mean, their lives will continue on Earth, right? Maybe their livelihood was taken away, but they're gonna be alive on Earth. Let's just skip all that. Let's skip all that. I think we got what we need there, right? We're good. We're good. Okay, we got what we need there. How about we talk about space? We did it, and so let's talk about that a little bit. What were your thoughts on that sequence? What did you think of how we filmed that?
When did all logic go out the window?
Okay, maybe we should go to the next question. What's the next question? Let's move on. Write that down. Okay, so real quick, last question. Family. It's a big thing for Dom Toretto, right? Family. We love to see the family together, hanging out, having Coronas at the end of these movies. What did you guys think of our depiction of family in this film? Yeah, but a different guy with a salmon shirt instead of purple. Question though, why, when it comes to family, was Jacob never seen or talked about? I mean, he's all about family. Why have we never heard about this guy? Oh well, to answer that very good question, where's Jacob been? I mean, obviously we talk about that a little bit, but why haven't we seen him in any of the other movies or talked about him at all? Family's a big deal. Listen, sometimes you forget about your brothers and sisters. You forget about them. You don't think about them a lot. You grow close to other people, and so you worry about them. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. Should we go back to the drawing board on that one? Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll come back to you on that. Thanks so much for your time, guys. Thanks so much for your time. This is great. Hope you guys give it a thumbs up when you see it later on in June. But thanks for your time. We'll take these comments and scores into account when we finish up the film. So thanks so much, guys. Big shout out to Brian Tidwell, Slept Near, Steve O, K6013, Dash Milner, and Portal on Mobile 44. Thanks so much for being a part of the Hyper Crew. And to all my members and subscribers, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that you come back each and every day. Hope you guys enjoyed that skit. I had fun putting it together. I hope you had a laugh from it. While you're still here, hit that like button as always. It really does help out the channel. Also, you can watch some of our most popular videos on the channel, and you can see our most recent reaction as well. Overall, thanks for laughing with me today.